This movie was so veg.
My name is Regina George, and I am a massive deal.
We wear pink on Wednesdays, which is why I'm dressed in all pink. Mean Girls 2024, directed by Samantha Jane and Arturo Prezzo, and written once again by Tina Fey, screenwriter of the original 2004 Mean Girls, and is the movie adaptation of the Broadway musical of the same name, as well as the third Mean Girls movie overall, released exactly 20 years after the original Mean Girl. I mean, blimey, it has really been 2 decades since one of the greatest teen movies ever made. So Mean Girls 2024 tells the story. I mean, everybody knows the story of the original, and this musical version does follow the simple narrative of the original with some minor changes. And of course, the characters burst into song every now and then. And now, Mean Girls, I know most people were put off by the marketing for this movie and the very existence of it when they first heard about it. They reacted like, oh, do we need another Mean Girls movie? It just looks like a total cheaper remake and a retread of the original that's just made for nostalgia. And to those who went into it with that attitude, I say, well, no shit, it's not going to top the original. What were you expecting? But if you can go into this version knowing it's not going to be the original, you will have a great time. And I'm happy to report this is one of the strong January releases that proves January is a far better month for movies than people make it out to be. And dare I say it, this may now be my favorite January movie of all time. Yes, I was privileged to see this movie this afternoon with my sister, and me and her both loved it with a capital L. Mean Girls 2024 is freaking fetch, to quote Gretchen. It is not, is still not the, it's still not as perfect as the original, but it is far, far superior to that garbage Mean Girls 2 made for TV movie from 2011. I mean, but this one is the second best in the Mean Girls movie trilogy, and uh, I cannot wait to just dive into a glamorous and stellar musical masterpiece that is the most flawless 20th anniversary celebration of the original Mean Girls we could ever ask for. So happy to see that everybody is agreeing this movie was better than they were predicting it would be, and not a bad remake as they feared. I don't think anybody going in thought this was going to be a musical, but so that's what makes this version stand on its own. Why you could watch it without constantly comparing it to the original, because you're literally watching the Broadway musical just the cinema version. Watching this movie, it's like you're literally the cameraman on the Broadway stage and you're filming everything that's happening, but before you. It's like you're literally there. And I had never seen the Broadway musical nor heard any of the songs prior to this, so going into this movie was so fresh for me, and the songs are beyond fetch. Oh boy, if Regina was here, she'd be like, Harry, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. But my personal favorite songs would be Meet the Plastics. My name is Regina George, and Apex Predator, and World Burn, and It's Not My Fault. So the song they play in the end credits, uh, and that's all thanks to the queen bee of young singers, Renee Rapp. And this is her film debut. She has never been in a movie until now, but she did play Regina in the Broadway show, so she is equal to Rachel McAdams in this role. She owns each song that she performs, and just hearing her somber and alluring voice just gives you Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish vibes galore, which I dig. And yeah, her yeah. Her singing and acting here is just dope. She is going places after this movie. Not to mention, she is currently the hottest movie character of 2024. I mean, damn, every single male moviegoer who watches Mean Girls are going to be totally stunned by her beauty here. And this is becoming the norm now, where it's becoming a trend where more and more movies are surprising us by the fact that they are musicals, even though the marketing did not hint that they were, like Wonka. Only this movie has far more memorable songs than Wonka, oh, without a doubt. So Paramount would be fools to hire any other screenwriter to take this on, and damn, in 20 years, Tina Fey, she hasn't aged a day as Mrs. Nosebry, and Mrs. Nosebry is just as lovable a character as she was in the original here, being like Katie's other mother figure at North Shore High. And yeah, and fans of the original are gonna love a special cameo from Lindsay Lohan, the original Katie. This is why this is a harmless remake. It's not trying to outdo or be better than the original. No, it's respecting the original and not afraid to be different. It puts all the Disney live action remakes to freaking shame. Yes, they do cut out some moments from the originals to make sure this is not the exact same movie, and they do remove some of the jokes that were a little extreme, and just to be politically correct for this modern 2024 age, because in the days of the original Mean Girls, there was no social media, no YouTube, no Instagram. So this movie takes full advantage of that, and social media is commonly used for bullying and spreading toxic things about other students in high schools. So it is it's pretty awesome to see the same story just a slightly different and updated time period. Heck, the very opening shot of the movie is filmed on a phone with Janice and Damon. And Janice and Damon, they, other than Regina, they are the other standouts of this movie. I mean, what a delightful duo that they make. And this may be one of the things this version did just slightly better than the original Mean Girls. I think this has the best Janice and Damon that I have ever seen, because Janice and Damon here feel like they're more involved with the narrative, and they feel like they get more scenes with Katie, and they just get all around get more laughs because of the songs that they have, like Revenge Party in particular being their best song, and it's a cautionary tale in the opening song being a close runner-up. Examples of what they cut to keep it PG-13, please, as Mrs. Nosbury would say, would be Karen's iconic joke, "If you're from Africa, why are you white?" Yeah, that's nowhere to be found in this movie. And the mall scene is also not in this version. Neither is Regina's sister, Kylie, and also the iconic phone call scene, not in the movie either. And they even cut the line, "Boo, you whore," and so yeah, they do kind of sugarcoat it, but and they don't even have the, that is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen. I mean, but it's a still it's still 12A, so it's not entirely sugarcoated. Adult Mean Girls fans can still watch it and love it. This is more of a comedy version and less of a serious version like the original. So yeah, the original certainly gets more points for pushing the bad language and Katie's downfall and the bullying scenes that that much more. And the original is obviously the more emotional version, but this movie still manages to keep the heart and charm. And Katie in this movie, I mean, yeah, Katie's new actress, she does a fabulous job and a especially emotional bond with her mum in this version. And yeah, I think this one nailed Casey's mum, even though she's not in the movie much. And like Lindsay Lohan, well, plays the nerd so well, and though even if she doesn't nail the dark side of Katie quite as well as Lindsay Lohan does, but Katie's best song is the song about Thank You Math. I never thought a song about uh, being a maths genius would work, but it so does. It's had me bawling with laughter. On Regina's mum in this movie, she is bumbling and funner, but she also feels sugar coated. Like I think Amy Poehler was more suited for the role. They don't even show her boob job in this version. And one thing I would also love about the musical sequences is that when Regina would sing occasionally, everybody would freeze just to show how much power in the school she has, that she is the true hungry lioness and apex predator of the school. Oh, but one thing I do love that they kept in this version is that, you know, the deleted scene where Katie and Regina make up in the bathroom just before Katie's made prom queen. I don't think that was kept in the original. I think that was just a deleted scene, but they kept it here, which was a wonderful decision. So it feels like Katie and Regina fully make up after all they've been through in this version. Not all of the songs from the Broadway musical are here, but so they don't need to be. They only keep the relevant ones and none of the filler ones. And I have to say, Karen in this version is adorable. She's not Amanda Seyfried adorable, but still, she just excels at making Karen a dumber but extremely lovable. Like she wishes it was Halloween every single day. And Gretchen in this version is still cute, and she does have one lovely friendship moment with Katie in Regina's dressing room. And kudos to the principal, the one actor to star in each of the three Mean Girls movies. I mean, he's a champ. Oh, and if you're expecting the Jingle Bell Rock Christmas dance to be in this movie, it is. They just don't dance to Jingle Bell Rock, and they change what happens slightly. And also the Halloween party is slightly different. So the changes in this movie won't piss off the fuck off for fans of the original. No, they legit work. So you can tell which is the original and which is this version. And I'm having a hard time finding flaws to put in the Burn book for my review. I really I just can't be mean to this movie. It's is just too good. So overall, Mean Girls 2024 is the first must watch movie of the year and a truly awesome start to 2024. I give Mean Girls 2024 5 stars out of 5. Best January movie ever. So yeah, also super special thanks to my lovely and super awesome sister for watching this movie with me today. It was a splendid Sunday, and special thanks to her for appearing in the intro of this review when we said hi to the camera by the poster at the cinema. And we were surprised that there weren't more people in our showing. This movie deserved a larger crowd, for sure. Well, I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on Mean Girls 2024? I just know nobody's gonna like it better than the original, but surely you will like it more than Mean Girls too. I think that's universally agreed upon. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I rank the Mean Girls movies. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.